Hello Internet, Luke here. I'm coming to you from a different angle today. I hope you like it. We should feel more intimate in this sort of position. We should feel like we're almost on a date. Like this is the love series that I said I would be doing. No, seriously, I changed the angle because I thought it looked a bit better than the other one, and you don't see my double chin as much. Hello, I am Luke Herbert, and today we are going to be talking about love, a topic I feel very passionate about, and I feel is very important and on the minds of every anxious person at least once a week, because we are all scared, if we are anxious people, that we will not be loved. And I am here to tell you that we will be, that we can be, and that it can be glorious and it can be terrible. It can be the best of times, it can be the worst of times. It can be magical. Love people. What are you gonna do? So let's start off with the topic. You deserve to be loved, and you will find love. It's not impossible. There is not an absence of women. Statistically, there is as many women as there are men. But the thing that you need to remember most, and this is an incredibly important detail, not every opportunity and every person is gonna be for you. I'm sorry to break it to you. You will not make someone love you. It doesn't work like that. And that is the hardest thing, because you obsess, you pour your time into it, and I can't help you if you can't accept there is a chance that this is not meant to be. What I can tell you is that I can help you find someone. What I can't tell you is that I can make the person who you love fall in love with you. I can give you the kick to go for it. I say go for it, give it a try, but don't kick a dead horse. You know, it's hard to admit, it's hard to accept, because you feel bad, you poured so much time. I think the biggest problem with it is that you feel depressed because they don't love you. They don't feel the same about you, and they probably never will. And you feel like you don't want to have wasted all that time and be that much of an idiot. You don't want it to be worth nothing, because you think, well, I've spent years on this girl, I've spent years on this person, why am I... Oh god, I wasted so much of my life! Oh, we've all been there, trust me. I had plenty of girls growing up who I felt like that about, and I can tell you... as you get older and as you learn, it gets easier. Okay, we've all had them cringe-worthy moments with women, we've all pursued a dead horse for far too long, and you know what? It's a character builder, it helps, and it's a good thing. You know, you realise what really matters from it. So yeah, first and foremost, you've got to learn to realise that sometimes that they're not the one for you. But then comes the good part. Then, after the heartbreak and after the weeks of moping because you have accepted it and you've realised that they're not the one, comes the greatest part of all, where you start to learn to love yourself. Because I'm a firm believer you can't be happy with someone until you're at least happy as an individual. You know, I believe that while a partner can bring out the best in you, and while love can make things amazing, I believe that you have to a degree, love yourself first. And you have to be willing to accept the happiness that comes from love. You know, if you're depressed and you suffer from depression, I know it can be hard. You don't want to be around people, but you want to be around people. You don't want to have someone love you, but you want to be loved. You're alone, but you want to be lonely. And you feel in a constant spiral of contradiction. So you sabotage your own chances at love and happiness because you want to be alone, but you don't. But then you put so much emphasis on the idea that not being alone will fix the being alone. And it doesn't. Because I can tell you, you can feel alone in a room of crowded people. You can feel alone in a relationship. And it sucks. And it's why you should never get into them for the wrong reasons. Go out, sleep around, do whatever you need to do, but don't get into a relationship for the wrong reasons, because people end up hurt. And it really isn't worth it, you know. But when you find that person, and you will, that person will come into your life very subtly. You may not even realise initially. You'll realise that you love their company. You love being around them, and they love your company too. The conversations goes both ways. You enjoy things. You do hobbies. You share interests. You really just want to talk to them. You want to talk to them and hold their hand and chat to them. And that hand holding comes later, and then you realise, oh, this is nice. This is really nice. I want to spend more time with this person. I love being around this person. This person makes me smile. I'm happy anyway, but this person makes me smile. And why wouldn't I not want to have a person who makes me smile around me all the time? And hopefully they feel the same. And if they feel the same, you start seeing each other. You push that boundary. You take that risk. Because in life, you only have one life and you only have one shot at getting happiness. And you have to try and take it. You may have different happinesses. You may have different happinesses. Because that is now the word of the show. Welcome to the happinesses. You only get one chance to do it. If you don't take that risk, you're in a perpetual state of limbo. And that limbo state is terrible because you can get stuck there. You know, it's worth losing someone than it is never trying with someone. If they are such a good friend and it doesn't do it, then it will work out, you know. I can tell you, I had an amazing girlfriend for a few years, and won't go into names, we'll call her Dorothy. She was amazing. We had a great relationship, best person I've ever been with. We broke up for reasons, and over the time, we went through anger, we went through angst. We had a bad relationship for about 3 to 4 years, but after that point, we realised how valuable our friendship was, and how much we really did care, and we became friends again, and now she's one of my best friends. Dorothy is one of my best friends, and frequently helps me out with a lot of my problems, and, you know, that's what real love and real friendship can be, is that realization that actually there's something there that transcends this notion of love, that transcends this notion of all these other words you may put on it. There is a desire at the core of love, friendships, and everything that is the same. That is attraction. And that is an attraction to be around that person. It's not sexual attraction, it's not a romantic attraction, but there is a desire that pulls people together. And that's something you need to remember. Sometimes you may be pulled to someone, and then they're not really pulled to you. So you're constantly going, and I'm clapping my fist, you're constantly going at them, and they're not feeling it. At the same time, they may be doing it to you, and you're not feeling it. It's that idea of a mutual feeling, and that mutual feeling makes the love so much better. That makes the feelings so much better. You know, you will know you will know when someone has them feelings for you most of the time. There will be that connection, that banter, that characteristic, that ideas, that feeling of, oh, let's have a laugh. Go on, you're such a funny fuck. There will be that feeling, that joy. You know, you'll be happy talking to them. You'll be happy hearing from them. And, yeah, you know, don't pursue a dead horse, because all you're doing is furthering the heartache. The moment you accept that this is the line that you've got to draw a line in the sand at some point and go, right, I want to know. I want this to either go somewhere or I don't. But I'm not going to be afraid. Either way, my life is mine and I'm in charge of it. And every day I stand here not taking that step is another day I'm unhappy. Is another day that I'm not sure and I'm not happy. And that unhappiness won't go until you take that step. And yes, maybe if it goes wrong, that step will lead to more unhappiness. But that unhappiness will pass. That unhappiness will go, because you're no longer stuck in a rut. You're no longer kicking the dead horse. That's just the, oh shit, she doesn't love me, fuck, the world is over kind of sadness. What happens then is the gradual ascension to realising and accepting. Whereas if you keep staying at that point where you haven't asked, you're like, oh, I'm so alone, I love her, but I don't want to tell her, but I love her, but I can't tell her. And that can't be moved. You know the movement from that to move on, but you can't do it until you do it. So, that's been my first video on love and kicking a dead horse. So, in the next in the series, we'll probably talk about relationships, my experiences. I've had a few good ones, I've had a few terrible ones, I've had a few freaky ones, and, yeah, looking for the future, long-term happiness. These apply, by the way, to whatever gender, sexual orientation, or frickin' religion you may be. You know, this is more about the relationship happiness side of things. So, yeah. Leave in the comments a like and a thumbs up and a big smiley face, because that will make me happy. But yes, any information you would like, or anything you'd like to know, or any suggestions, please comment and leave messages. I will try and read them, and I will try and get back to them. And I will try and do another video very soon. Unfortunately, you guys have probably noticed my content has been a bit lackluster. I've been a bit busy with work and a few other commitments outside, so it does kind of take a little bit off the time for doing these shows, uploading, YouTube being a bit evil, you know, standard stuff. Anyway, I'm going to go now, I'm going to finish my Relentless, and I'm going to play World of Warcraft, because I am cool. I'll see you next time, Internet. Goodbye!